The NBA community was left in disbelief when Anthony Davis was dealt to the Dallas Mavericks. Yet, what truly ignited the chatter among fans was a puzzling remark from LeBron James aimed at his old teammate. "See you soon," he stated. Brief, enigmatic, and brimming with intrigue. Was it a simple goodbye, a veiled threat, or something far more significant? Meanwhile, with Luka Doncic now a part of the Lakers, rumors and theories are swirling throughout the league. Let's dissect it. The statement: the NBA landscape has been turned upside down. Just weeks ago, the Dallas Mavericks made a move no one anticipated. They sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers in exchange for Anthony Davis and Max Christie. In a stunning turn of events, the face of the franchise, once considered untouchable, was suddenly traded away. Meanwhile, we welcome back one of our own icons. I had to reach out to George Green, better known as Captain the Kid. Absolutely no one saw this move coming. Fans went into a frenzy, analysts scrambled to piece it all together, and even LeBron James, who usually has a say in anything involving the Lakers, was reportedly caught off guard. As for Luka, sources suggest he was just as stunned as the rest of us. This wasn't just a major trade, it was an absolute shocker. LeBron, having spent so many years in the league, has seen his fair share of roster shakeups. Anthony Davis was his guy, his partner on the court. Together, they fought hard, claimed a championship in 2020, and for the last 5 seasons, they've been one of the league's most formidable duos. And now, without much warning, it's all come to an end. In response to the trade, LeBron turned to Instagram to express his emotions. It was a post filled with mixed feelings. He shared a photo of himself embracing Davis, adding a crying emoji as the caption. Alongside it, he wrote, "Love you, my dog. Go crazy over there." He even ended with, "Woe for L. See you soon," and a flurry of emojis, including prayer hands, handshakes, and a salute. But here's the lingering question. What does "see you soon" actually mean? Is he simply being supportive, or could there be something more to it? Before diving too far into it, let's address the question of why this trade occurred to begin with. How do we even get here? Anthony Davis being sent to the Mavericks? And for Luka Doncic, no less? Absolutely no one saw this coming. For years, Davis had been the Lakers' defensive cornerstone and a key partner to LeBron James, which made this move all the more surprising. However, when you take a closer look, this trade wasn't solely about exchanging star players. It was about recalibrating the direction of the franchise. The Lakers weren't merely focused on the present season. They had their sights set on the next 10 years. Davis had been having a stellar season, averaging 25.7 points and 11.9 rebounds per game, while continuing to be a dominant force on defense. On paper, he seemed like the ideal successor to lead the Lakers in the post-LeBron era, but the organization harbored significant reservations. Was Davis genuinely capable of becoming the face of the franchise? Throughout his career, he'd often played a supporting role and had yet to consistently embrace the mantle of leadership. Even during periods when LeBron was unavailable, the team faltered under Davis's guidance. Though undeniably a star, he was never the star. The Lakers needed a leader who could steer them confidently into the future once LeBron stepped away, and they saw that potential in Doncic. Another pressing issue was Davis's long-term loyalty. Yes, his public statements were reassuring, but the front office was well aware of his track record. In New Orleans, he orchestrated his departure when the Pelicans failed to contend, raising concerns that history might repeat itself after LeBron's departure. Rather than risk a tumultuous exit down the line, the Lakers opted to take proactive measures. Trading him now guaranteed the team wouldn't find themselves in a bind if Davis sought a trade down the road. And, of course, there's the glaring issue that can't be ignored: injuries. While Davis's talent has always been undeniable, his ability to stay on the court consistently is another matter entirely. Since joining the Lakers in 2019, he's been absent for almost 40% of potential games. He's never completed a full 82-game season, and even in his prime, maintaining his health for an entire campaign has been challenging. For as much as the Lakers prize his abilities, they simply couldn't continue to prioritize a future around a player who might be unavailable during critical moments. Then there's the matter of his resistance to playing center. The Lakers needed him at the 5, but Davis strongly preferred the power forward role. Over time, the team went to great lengths to cater to his preference, signing players like Dwight Howard, JaVale McGee, and Christian Wood to help shoulder the responsibilities. In the modern NBA landscape, top-tier big men like Jokic, Embiid, and Giannis have willingly stepped into the center role when the situation demanded it. Davis, however, resisted doing so, leading to avoidable roster challenges. Ultimately, the front office decided they had reached their breaking point. Looking at the big picture, the trade appears logical. The Lakers didn't make this move just for the sake of shaking things up. They identified an opening to acquire a generational talent like Luka Doncic, someone who has already demonstrated his ability to carry a team far into the postseason, and seized it. It was a bold and difficult choice, but one they are confident will yield benefits now and moving forward. From the Mavericks' perspective, the deal also made sense for their objectives. According to Mavericks GM Nico Harrison, who defended the trade decision, championships are built on the foundation of defense. Pairing Kyrie Irving with a defensive powerhouse like Anthony Davis, in the team's view, enhances their odds of clinching a title. Additionally, concerns about Luka's conditioning had lingered for quite some time, potentially influencing Dallas' willingness to part ways with their young star. At one point, reports claimed he reached 270 pounds, far exceeding his optimal playing weight. While his talent was never doubted, Dallas grew concerned about his ability to remain durable over time. Given his style of play, consistently driving to the hoop and maintaining control of the ball, this was a valid issue. The Mavericks had to weigh whether committing to a player with recurring conditioning challenges was a smart decision for their long-term plans. They were already well aware of how injuries and the toll of the game could derail a star's career, and Luka's fluctuating weight added to anxieties about his potential longevity. Another issue with Luka is his tendency to complain a lot. Whether it's frequent disputes with officials, open frustration toward teammates, or reported strain with head coach Jason Kidd, these behaviors aren't ideal for the leader of a franchise. On top of that, some teammates were reportedly unhappy with his ball-dominant approach on the court. His numbers were impressive, but was he truly elevating the team's performance? When frustration escalates, it seeps into every aspect of the game. It's likely Dallas started questioning whether he was the right person to lead them moving forward. Then came the hesitation around the Supermax deal. Doncic qualified for an unprecedented contract extension, yet the Mavericks didn't seem eager to secure it immediately. When a franchise hesitates to lock in a once-in-a-generation player, it sends a clear message. Perhaps they doubted whether he was worth the commitment, especially with lingering concerns about his conditioning, leadership, and attitude. Meanwhile, this trade opened up a fresh chapter for Kyrie Irving. For the first time in years, Kyrie assumes the role of an unquestionable team leader. There's no longer a need to share the stage. This is his team now. The Mavericks constructed a lineup tailored to his playing style, and the addition of Anthony Davis provides him with an exceptional pick-and-roll collaborator. Perhaps Dallas believed this was the optimal approach to fully capitalize on their assets. In the end, the trade wasn't centered on who was the superior player. It revolved around compatibility, long-term planning, and the direction of the franchise. The Lakers envisioned Luka as LeBron's successor, whereas the Mavericks saw Davis as the crucial component for a more balanced roster. Both organizations made bold moves, but they deemed them essential. When the trade was announced, the reactions were chaotic. Dirk Nowitzki responded with a single emoji, expressing utter disbelief. Giannis shared a vague and puzzling tweet. Joel Embiid responded with a timeless, "Wow, no freaking way." As for the rest of the NBA, many assumed the news wasn't real. Tyrese Halliburton even quipped that journalist Shams Charania's account might have been compromised. But let's circle back to LeBron's statement. The "see you soon" part is everyone buzzing. Is he teasing the possibility of a reunion? Could it mean a playoff showdown between the Mavericks and the Lakers? Or was it simply LeBron's way of saying, "We'll always be family"? At this stage, the notion of LeBron and Davis teaming up again feels pretty unlikely. LeBron currently holds the title of the oldest player in the NBA, and while Davis isn't quite at that level, he's no spring chicken either. Time doesn't appear to be working in their favor. One thing is undeniable, though: LeBron "see you soon" message has sent fans into a frenzy. Whether it carries any real weight or is just classic LeBron being LeBron, we'll have to wait to find out. While his message might have been vague, one thing was unmistakable. The bond he and Davis shared transcended basketball, showcasing their unique connection. LeBron James and Anthony Davis share a connection that extends far beyond simply being teammates. Their friendship is one where they can poke fun at each other, hold themselves accountable, and still dominate on the hardwood as a duo. Once, LeBron likened their bond to the dynamic in the movie Step Brothers, and honestly, it's not far from the truth. They're like two individuals who were always meant to click, and once they did, it transformed the Lakers. When Davis was traded to Los Angeles in 2019, LeBron couldn't have been happier. He had quietly advocated for Davis to join the team, and when the trade was finalized, it was as if the puzzle was finally complete. Their synergy was immediate. They weren't just two big stars forced to coexist. They truly relished each other's company. The Lakers now lead by 9 points. Miami calls for a timeout. Fast forward, and the gamble paid off in a major way. LeBron James and Anthony Davis spearheaded the Lakers to a 2020 NBA championship. This year, they added yet another accolade, overpowering the Indiana Pacers in the finale of the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament. The Lakers claimed the NBA Cup, earning every player a hefty $500,000 bonus, solidifying that their dynamic wasn't just talk, but a recipe for triumph. Austin Reeves emphasized how much winning this tournament meant to the team. As for LeBron and Davis, it was also a statement about remaining one of the league's elite pairings when they're in full form. Davis dominated the Pacers, yet LeBron clinched the tournament MVP award with his stellar performance. People often question if there's ever any sense of ego or envy between the two. The truth is, there isn't. LeBron was quick to dismiss any notion of competition between them, stating, "I know my identity, and he knows his." It's as straightforward as that. They're not focused on outshining one another, whether it's on the court or in their personal lives. There's no tension, no uncomfortable rivalry, just two top-tier athletes pushing each other to reach greater heights. And if one of them isn't at their best on a given night, the other seamlessly steps in to fill the gap. No hesitation required. So, what exactly is the secret behind such a solid bond? LeBron captured it flawlessly. There's no jealousy between them. While that might seem like a simple statement, in the high-pressure world of professional sports, where egos collide and star players often struggle to share the spotlight, it's truly uncommon. We've witnessed numerous superstar pairings unravel due to envy. But with LeBron and Davis, it's different. They genuinely want to see each other succeed. There's no resentment, no battle for recognition. Just two top-tier athletes driving each other toward greatness. They keep one another accountable, and that's the foundation of their success. When one slips up, the other doesn't shy away from pointing it out. During film sessions, or even mid-game, if I make a mistake, he points it out to me, and if he slips up, I do the same for him, Davis shared. On some teams, players might hesitate to critique a star, but on ours, anyone can call out anyone else. We all understand that it's rooted in the desire to win. Interestingly, their connection goes way back, long before they became teammates. Davis first encountered LeBron at a basketball camp when he was just 15 years old. A few years afterwards, during the 2012 Olympics, LeBron took Davis, fresh out of college, under his wing, offering guidance. Those initial interactions laid the groundwork for their mutual respect and camaraderie. So when the Lakers decided to trade for Davis, it wasn't merely about uniting two elite players. This was about bringing together two individuals who shared a past and a deep-seated admiration for one another. Naturally, being good friends off the court doesn't automatically guarantee success on it, but in their situation, it most certainly has. Watching them play side by side feels almost seamless. They seem to communicate instinctively, predict each other's actions, and genuinely celebrate one another's achievements. They've managed to make competing at the highest level of basketball look enjoyable, which has been a delight for Lakers fans. LeBron has consistently expressed how much he values teaming up with Davis. He remarked that their partnership thrives because both of them prioritize setting their egos aside. Jealousy and envy, he explained, have destroyed countless promising endeavors, not just in sports but in life as a whole. If you can set such feelings aside, shelve your ego, and maintain the confidence in what you aim to achieve, that's when things truly click, LeBron emphasized. Davis expressed a similar perspective during an interview, where he confessed that if there were one thing of LeBron's he could envy, it would be his collection of championship rings. However, he chuckled and added that LeBron had made him a promise to help him win one of his own. Davis acknowledged that LeBron had kept his word so far, jokingly remarking that he hoped he wouldn't have to feel jealous for much longer. And he didn't. In 2020, Davis secured his first championship, with LeBron serving as the driving force. That victory was a significant moment, affirming not only Davis's journey, but also the success of their collaborative partnership. It demonstrated how incredible achievements are possible when two superstar players set aside their egos and truly combine their efforts. Even after that milestone, their relationship has remained as strong as ever. They still banter like siblings, challenge one another like rivals, and rely on each other like true teammates. They recognize that their greatest shot at securing more championships lies in staying united and building on their shared foundation. But since claiming the 2020 title, it's been anything but smooth sailing. Injuries, controversies, roster shakeups, you name it. Despite all those hurdles, one constant has remained: the connection between LeBron and Davis. During an interview with Lakers insider Dave McMenamin, Davis highlighted that his relationship with LeBron ranks among the NBA's strongest, both as partners on the court and as a dynamic duo. He noted that while fans mostly see what happens during games, they don't get to experience the moments the two share off the court. In his words, their bond doesn't need social media spotlight, like TikToks, to prove its depth. LeBron and Davis have shown that superstar partnerships don't have to be marked by needless drama or discord. They demonstrated that two top-tier athletes could not only coexist, but thrive and succeed together, avoiding the pitfalls of rivalry or envy. Their bond was grounded in mutual trust, respect, and perhaps most significantly, a deep passion for the game. However, with Davis no longer donning a Lakers jersey, that era has drawn to a close. Even so, their partnership will be celebrated for bringing championships and unforgettable highlights to Los Angeles. Naturally, no alliance is without its flaws, and even the tightest connections face obstacles. While LeBron and AD shared a powerful synergy on the court and maintained a genuine camaraderie off it, their journey wasn't entirely without friction. Over time, underlying frustrations began to emerge, and moments of visible tension between them became harder to ignore, especially during challenging periods for the team. Challenges within every NBA duo faces adversity, but the dynamic between LeBron James and Anthony Davis seemed uniquely complicated. Questions regarding their chemistry began to surface among fans, particularly following a widely circulated clip from the Lakers' crushing 41-point loss against the Miami Heat. The footage, which quickly spread across social media, captured what appeared to be a heated exchange between LeBron and Davis during the game, fueling speculation about trouble brewing beneath the surface. Was it a heated dispute or merely a moment of irritation? The truth remains unclear, as neither party has shed light on the matter. Yet, in the era of social media sleuths and frame-by-frame video analysis, rumors spread like wildfire. Were they discussing the team's defensive lapses? Could LeBron have been criticizing Davis for not giving his all, or was it simply an ordinary exchange that got exaggerated? Regardless, the speculation only intensified the already smoldering tension. Russell, Max, Chrissy, and AD, just 8 points for the night. Yes, 8, but the real focus lies on their performance, or lack thereof, on defense. We could discuss this endlessly, but the tension has been simmering for quite some time. The strain between LeBron and Davis isn't a recent development. It stretches back to the previous season, when the cracks in their dynamic began to surface. LeBron, being the fierce competitor he is, hasn't shied away from expressing his desire for more effort and commitment from his teammates. Meanwhile, Davis, though undeniably gifted, has struggled with consistently being the Lakers' powerhouse presence. LeBron's frustration, which has always been noticeable, finally reached a tipping point after the game against the Heat. In his post-game remarks, LeBron did not mince words. When questioned about the team's ongoing struggles, he responded candidly. Forget about strategies and tactics. There's no playbook that will fix this. If players lack the will to compete, that's an entirely different conversation. That message wasn't only aimed at the players in the locker room. It was a statement for the entire Lakers organization to hear. LeBron sent a clear signal that the problem had nothing to do with head coach JJ Redick or the strategies in place. It all boiled down to effort, accountability, and showing up when it truly counted. To leave no room for misunderstanding, he emphasized that responsibility didn't fall on the coaching staff. It squarely rested on the players. No excuses, no pointing fingers at the system. It was up to them, as a group and individually, to step up. Anthony Davis, for his part, didn't shy away from the scrutiny. He openly accepted blame for his recent performance, acknowledging that he hadn't been playing up to the high standards he holds for himself. I just need to be better on both ends of the court, Davis admitted. I expect more of myself, and I realize I haven't been delivering, especially offensively, to contribute the way the team needs me to. Davis is fully aware that his recent performances have fallen short. During the defeat to the Heat, he put up only 8 points, a figure that's simply not good enough for a player of his stature, and he recognizes that. We didn't hold back, openly discussing the importance of the team staying united despite this disappointment. The season still has a long way to go, but that showing was far below their expectations. It was humiliating. Humiliating. That's a harsh term. It perfectly captures how many Lakers fans felt watching that matchup. The silver lining? Davis wasn't shying away from the criticism. In fact, he was owning it. He admitted that if the Lakers are going to make a comeback, he needs to play a significant role in making that happen. Although fans might be doubting whether he can rise to the challenge, he's sending a clear message. He refuses to back down. Reports suggest that LeBron James has become increasingly irritated with Anthony Davis, and this frustration isn't tied to just one game. It's been simmering for some time now, predating even the trade discussions. In fact, signs of tension between the two were already evident as far back as last year. Let's be honest, since their 2020 championship victory, it hasn't exactly been smooth sailing. Think back to the night LeBron set the all-time scoring record, an unforgettable moment in a jam-packed arena. The crowd was on its feet, everyone except Anthony Davis. He remained seated, expressionless, with no sign of joy or excitement. While the global audience erupted over LeBron's monumental accomplishment, Davis appeared entirely disengaged. And this wasn't just an isolated incident. A few days afterward, on February 13th, following the Lakers' loss to Portland, Davis went a step further and deactivated his Instagram account. A touch overdramatic? Perhaps. It certainly intensified the speculation that he wasn't satisfied with the situation in Los Angeles. Davis's inconsistent availability has become a major concern, not just for the team, but also for LeBron, who, despite being older than Davis, has shouldered much of the responsibility. Since their championship run in 2020, Davis has faced ongoing challenges with staying healthy. This has reportedly been a source of frustration for LeBron, who, at 38, continues to rack up significant minutes simply to keep the Lakers competitive. Just think about it. LeBron is performing as if he's still in his prime, while the teammate expected to share the load is either sidelined or unreliable. It's only natural for that to cause some tension. Even Colin Cowherd from Fox Sports chimed in, pointing out that LeBron and his camp are reportedly annoyed by the heavy minutes he's forced to play because they can't count on Anthony Davis. There's also frustration directed at Darvin Ham for not pushing Anthony Davis harder. But that's just part of the story. Cowherd revealed that an NBA insider advised him to watch the Dallas Mavericks closely regarding Davis's potential future move. Word has it that Davis has been in a slump. LeBron has been calling him out on it, and, frankly, their dynamic seems strained. This only fueled rumors that the Mavs had their sights set on Davis as a possible addition to join Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. Notably, this speculation began when the decision ultimately ended what might have been a much longer-lasting dynasty. Struggles like these aren't exclusive to superstar pairings. Even championship teams have dealt with internal turmoil. Take the 2008 Boston Celtics, for example. Their title-winning roster faced its own issues, especially when it came to Rajon Rondo and Ray Allen. While they occasionally clashed on the court, the relationship truly fell apart after Allen joined the Miami Heat in 2012. For many Celtics, Rondo included, this was considered an unforgivable act of betrayal, and the tension lingered for years. Allen's exclusion at team reunions highlighted just how deep those rifts went. Conflicts among stars are far from uncommon in the NBA. No matter how talented these athletes may be, their relentless pursuit of greatness frequently creates tension with individuals who ought to be their strongest supporters. Time will tell if Davis and LeBron can steer clear of a comparable outcome, although past experiences indicate that even the most fruitful alliances come with no promises of longevity. If you like this video, feel free to select any of the cards displayed on your screen to explore additional content.